What is going on, guys? My name's Z.
Your chest good? I'm Sean. This is our fucking podcast where we talk about everything under the sun about sports.
Yes, sir.
And where we clearly ripped our name off of Through the Wire podcast, apparently.
Oh, is that what everyone's been saying?
Yeah.
By everyone, I mean like maybe 3 people.
Yeah. I don't know why. I've never listened to that in my life.
Who's Through the Wire? Did you look into them? I didn't.
No, I didn't know it existed.
I had no idea.
But anyway, today we're talking about NFL playoffs. And
before, sorry to cut you off already. Go follow our Twitter, TTW_podcast. And then obviously you're on the YouTube channel, so go ahead and subscribe, leave a like, let us know what we can do better.
Turn on that bell. You only get one a
ding
week,
ding.
so it's
So we have some pretty. We were talking about this whole week that we haven't done anything. So we're planning on doing a long episode, like how we had our first one. It was an hour, like in 30 minutes, and then we plan on doing a shorter one for like the people that have the shorter attention span time. So we would do like maybe like on a Wednesday. We'll drop that in the middle of the week and be like, what, 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Maybe even less, maybe like 15.
Just depends what it is.
More than 10 minutes, just so if this blows up, we can put ads on that, and we get more ads if it's 10 minutes. So, we're already thinking ahead. Give me that money.
Give me my money.
Tell them, bring me my money. But yeah, so that's the goal. This will probably be a long one.
Yeah.
Because we had another crazy NFL weekend. And then we'll go through some of our opinions on... Not opinions.
So we're basically just going to go through the NFL awards. Because those are coming up February 1st.
Yeah.
And basically just our picks
before the Super Bowl, yeah.
Our picks for the stuff. And we'll give you a little background of why we picked that.
Yeah, and then, like I said, hopefully if everything goes to plan, Wednesday we plan on doing a short episode for the NBA and like just kind of mid-season and how it's going and what we think about it and stuff like that.
Yep.
So, if everything's good, if audio quality is good, if camera's good, let us know how it goes. Don't worry about this big ass shadow behind us.
That's the camera.
That's our little camera.
We got a studio light, fam.
Yeah.
Y'all trying to see it?
No.
We're blinded right now.
We are blinded, and I'm trying. I rewatched our last podcast from last week. And like let me tell you,
held hostage in a basement.
Yes, which is kind of true. But also, I can't tell you how many times I've looked at my laptop, which is what's recording.
You mean you couldn't tell how many times you actually looked at the camera?
Camera, yes.
Yeah.
I did not look. I'm staring straight at the camera right now. I can't tell you how many times we were trying to find a good thumbnail.
So what's up, guys? I'm out here with my podcast.
Exactly.
And I'm like,
and so like we were trying to find a thumbnail for our first episode, and like literally I was going through the whole 1 hour 30 minutes, could not find a single shot of me and Sean like either looking at the camera and smiling or like looking at each other. He would be looking at the camera and smiling, and I'd be like dead staring at my monitor, or like he would be looking something up, and I'm just be like dead staring at the camera and smiling. And so it was like terrible times. So now I'm gonna try and focus on here. It's hard because like I want to see what's happening, but like I know if everything's good here, then everything's probably good up there. I just constantly check up here to see what time we're doing on our recording and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna try and look up here. Now that we have a light, it's more kind of annoying, but oh well.
Fuck it.
So
I don't want to look like I'm being kidnapped.
Yeah.
So
and light was not too bad. It was just not enough.
Yeah.
To make it look like we were lively.
Honestly, I feel like this is still kind of like but you know we're good.
Yeah, I mean, let us know what you guys think. I think the lighting looks a little bit better. I think if we get rid of this ugly ass shadow.
Do you see our all of our imperfections?
You mean you? But no, I think if we get like maybe something like a bigger stand and have like the light up here, so because it's right now it's
right behind the camera.
Right, yeah, right behind. That's why you have the shadow. So I think if we get something higher and then have it like coming at us, I don't know. We'll see how this one goes. We've rewatched the first episode. I've rewatched it like 2 times, not fully through. Like I was skipping to see like where everything was.
Yeah. That's another thing. If we cover more than one topic in an episode, we'll be sure to leave timestamps. Mm-hmm. So if you don't give a shit about the playoffs, you want to listen to the NFL awards part, you can click on that. Or if you want to listen to the playoffs part and skip the fucking NFL awards, then you can click that. So we'll do that when we cover multiple topics.
And one thing I know, we tried this. So when we were first uploading our first one, we tried to put it to Google Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts and stuff like that. We've really tried, and if anyone knows an easier way to do it, let us know. But you had to make an RSS feed.
There was like a whole list of shit you had to do.
You had to make a website and then have it go through that way, and we really didn't feel like doing all that just yet. I mean, obviously, if this blows up, we'll attempt. And keyword is attempt. But if anyone knows an easier way to do it, let us know. But as of right now, it will be on YouTube, and we'll just tweet about it.
It'll always be on YouTube.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
It's because, we're recording our face cam. That's mainly why we put it on YouTube, just so you guys can see us, the two most beautiful and gorgeous men. We're humble, though. We're very humble. So, yeah.
But, yeah, so pretty much leave a like, and we'll judge how many likes we get if you want us to put it on other platforms, or attempt to. Because, like I said, it's ridiculous amount of shit that you have to do, but it'll be worth it if you guys actually want to.
But if somebody knows an easier way of doing it, let us know.
Yeah, just DM us or whatever.
Yeah. Leave a comment. Leave a comment or hit us up on Twitter. We'll have our Twitter in the description below. Our podcast Twitter, my Twitter, and his Twitter. Yeah. So if you can't reach us on our podcast Twitter, which we're both logged into. Yeah. So if you can't reach us on there, just DM us on our actual Twitter. I be tweeting some savage shit. Bro. Savagery on my own Twitter. Yeah. And
we got to do, me and him both, we need to do a better job about tweeting about live events, especially in sports, because I want to be more active on that.
And then, so if we get more people on our Twitter, then, they'll be like, oh, well, who's this? And they go to our YouTube channel and then just grow that tree of connections. So, but...
we've been jawing for what?
Straight up 7 minutes now.
7 minutes of jawing about nothing.
Just give it a little update. A little update.
We'll do that
from last time recording, today is January 6th of 2020. 2020.
Congratulations.
We have made it. So we've been doing this podcast for a year now.
Dude, wow. We came so far.
Far.
You know what? Shout out to all my lovely people out here, man. Without you guys, we would have never made it to episode 2.
Never. All right. But no, so this is January 6th, 4:35. And we had a hell of a weekend.
Bro, let me just start off by saying I'm fucking like, I'm 1-3.
Yeah, same. Our predictions did not go right whatsoever.
I mean, they were all close. We thought
the points were close. The points were close. Yeah, the points were close. Teams, not so ever.
Bro, that's just rough.
But I mean,
it was fun to watch. Bro, I love this. Yeah, I love this.
And now we have, even this weekend that we have coming up, it's gonna be a fucking blast.
Oh yeah.
But so we'll start off with the first game. We got
Texans.
Everything out of the way, updates and everything like that. Yeah, so we'll head right into it. Who we got first? We had
Bills and Texans.
Bills and Texans. It was a 4:00 game, I think it was, on a Saturday afternoon. And we had a hell of a game. Josh Allen came out like he's been in the playoffs before. I was actually surprised. He looked like he was comfortable. He was going, short passes, deep passes. They came out running the ball, passing the ball. I think the game plan they had for Josh Allen was pretty good. Coming out,
do everything,
short passes and stuff like that. And then you had that little run, and then the trickery in there. So it was a good start to the game.
A little fun stat. Josh Allen had more total yards than the whole Texans did by himself.
Yeah.
In the first half.
Yeah.
So.
And I think at one point they were leading 19-0 or 16-0, I think it was.
Yeah.
So it was a very good opening game for the Bills. The Bills probably had high hopes at that point. And I think they haven't won a playoff game since like 19-something.
90-something, yeah.
Yeah, so they came out the game blazing. And Josh Allen was, like I said, super comfortable. I was watching the game, and he looked like he's been there. And then all of a sudden...
I mean, it's just... The thing with these young guys, and like now that you're trying to see like more and more teams with these really young quarterbacks coming in the playoffs, like it's just... You gotta give him time, man. Josh Allen will be back in the playoffs.
I think he's, 23?
Something like he's super young. And
so he's got a long way ahead of him.
Yeah, you should, especially towards the end of the game, you saw a little of those, the really long sack, they're 15 yards, and push them out of field. Like, it's just little shit like that it'll be cleaned up with experience, and it'll be cleaned up year after year. But that's a really good team, and they're really young. So I think.
And man, what can we give credit to J.J. Watt? What hell of a man!
He's a fucking beast.
Animal.
Bro, he's...
8 weeks before the game, tore his pec, had surgery.
If I was a female, I'd want to marry that man.
I would.
That's what I want my future husband to be like.
Right, an absolute animal.
If you ain't J.J. Watt, you ain't hitting.
No. And so, like, for real, though, like, 8 weeks before, he had torn pec, had surgery. This week, I mean, the game I'm talking about, the game comes back, and then he just absolutely... He didn't play much the first half. I think they were just kind of trying to get him like early reps to where his body can get warmed up, and then back into normal playing. And then, as soon as I think it was like at the end of the second quarter, he had that big sack, and then that's like when the whole momentum just changed, because they were playing at NRG Stadium, which is at Texas, and so like as soon as that sack happened, I think everyone wanted JJ to do well. Like, nobody hates JJ. I mean, he's been in that community for so long, has done so many things for them. In terms of I think it was the hurricane, right? Hurricane relief. How much money he's donated, plays with kids and stuff like that. I mean, he's just a really, in general, good teammate, good community guy. And so I think the whole stadium there wanted him to do super well. And so once that sack happened, once he got off that block, got that sack, I mean, the whole stadium just went completely, like, flipped over. Mm-hmm. It was Bills coming out the gate hot, and then all of a sudden, Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins, Kenny Stills, they all just, for some reason, get energized and just turn into a whole different animal. Mm-hmm. And then the second half, if you want to talk about that, just completely different.
Yep. There was two big plays that really sparked that whole thing, and it was the Watt sack and the touchdown run from Deshaun Watson, where he carried like 4 dudes in the end zone.
Animal.
And another fun stat is that both these quarterbacks led the team in rushing this game.
Mm-hmm.
So that really says a lot to the front sevens that these teams have and how good their defenses can be. But another thing that really, I think, threw the Bills off kilter was the fact that they couldn't run the ball.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen had to throw the ball 50 times in that game. And that played a massive part in why I think that they kind of lost rhythm. It's because they're not an aired out team. They're not KC.
I think all year they had
Green Bay.
Yeah, I think they had a balanced attack all year. Yeah. So, especially when you come in that game, nerves are already high. You're already, not in your comfortable zone.
Yeah, especially because of how young everyone is.
Yeah, and, everyone, you got Devin Single. The only oldest one probably is Frank Gore and some of the linemen there. And so, you get that nervousness, especially when your leader, your quarterback is a little nervous, shaky. His first wild card game at an enemy turf, and then you come out you come out the gates hot, and then all of a sudden you start losing it, and then at that point you don't know what to do. Like you're kind of like, what just happened? We were just doing well, we were hot, and then all of a sudden we lose our momentum and everything like that.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. It was real. It was a great ass game, man. I'm telling you what, that was fun to watch. I was like,
it did go to OT.
I had a little butterflies.
Yeah. I didn't have any I wasn't favoring any team. I kind of just wanted a good game, and that's what we honestly got. Mm-hmm. Deshaun Watson just showed why he's one of the elite young QBs. Mm-hmm. And I think if they get him a couple more pieces or a couple more talent around him, everyone could be talking about him as much as they talk about Lamar Jackson.
Just need to work on... I mean, the biggest things about the Texans is the inconsistency in their line play, their offensive line. Because Deshaun Watson's one of the most hit quarterbacks in the league, and that's not even because he runs.
I think in the first half they had him sacked like 7 times.
So there's that, and then go out, free agency, go out in the draft, get some key pieces to play some pass defense, Houston. Do that for once. Please, God.
How do you get beat by
John Brown? How have you been a franchise for 13 some years or whatever it's been, fucking fresh ass out of the blue, and you still can't get DBs?
That trickery pass from John Brown to Josh Allen, how you let a 6'6" guy get behind you?
I don't know.
How you not see him? Man is a goalpost.
I don't know. I mean, there's that shit. I don't know. The trickery is whatever, but still, come on.
But yeah,
Houston's never had any kind of DBs ever, and they've had 1 or 2 guys, but
they've had Roby. Roby played pretty well that game.
Roby's a good piece.
Yeah,
but y'all need to put
a cohesive team. Yeah,
put a cap on the field, and you will be able to play with these elite teams, man. I'm telling you, especially with the front seven, give them time to get that quarterback. You will win playoff games.
And then at the end there, it was a really good battle at the end when they had. I think, in my opinion, Bills couldn't get off the field again.
Oh, yeah.
At the end there, and Josh Allen was just doing some dumb things. Young QB, who cares? You know, he'll fix up. But it was a really good game in general. I think if they keep everyone on Bills' defense and keep that core and build maybe one or two more on offense and then get one more defensive lineman, I think they could be a really good killer team. And then just get a little more balanced attack for Josh Allen and not have a one-sided attack to where...
Definitely get him somebody on the outside.
Yeah.
Give them young quarterbacks always need a kind of go-to kind of dude, you know?
Maybe like a big tight end or something like that.
It's very key in the development of young quarterbacks.
A tight end is like a quarterback's, friend.
That comfort blanket, man. All of them young guys need.
Mm-hmm. Get you maybe like a Zach Ertz or something like that, to where you can always, if he's there, just checking in that zone, staying in that one empty zone, and you can duck it to him. Maybe he could break a tackle or two, get maybe 5-10 yards when you're needing, maybe like 8 or something like that. And I think that could be one of the big things for them if they add a couple more pieces. Like he said, a safety blanket to Josh Allen would be perfect, to where he's not always ducking it to John Brown, or Cole Beasley.
Or running.
And
then get hurt, and then that just kind of detrimental.
He's fast. Season. That surprised me.
Yeah, you didn't see him play yet? Bro, yeah, he's fast.
Bro, he's fast. When he broke that runoff in the first quarter, in the first half.
If y'all ever get bored, look up Wyoming highlights from Josh Allen and watch him run over these little college boys.
He was fast.
Bro, he's fucking deep.
He got that little runoff, and then, bro, just speed boosted. Like, he just hit nitrous.
And some strides, man. He got them fucking tree trunk.
But, yeah, that was the first game. Texans won 22-19. I didn't think it was going to be that good of a game, honestly. I really thought the Bills were going to win. And that was one prediction we had wrong already. But we did have it a close game. But the Texans came out and then beat the Bills, which me and you both, I think you had the Bills winning too.
The Bills.
Yeah, so I had the Bills winning too. But young team, very young team.
Two very young teams.
Yeah.
With very bright futures, especially if they continue to build off these young quarterbacks. They'll be seeing each other a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And
so
that would be cool.
All right, and then what did we have for our late game?
I picked the Pats. All right, let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about the elephant in the room. This is what everybody wants to talk about, right? We want to talk about Tom Brady. We want to talk about the Pats. We want to talk about all the shit that happened. We
had 8 o'clock game. I think it was like 8:40 or something. It was a weird time. Pats against the Titans. Man. Where should we even start?
I mean, you can start with the weather.
Cold?
It's cold and wet.
I mean, you're playing in Boston.
That's what I'm saying. It's cold and wet. It played right into Tennessee's favor, man.
You think so?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. You kidding me? You got Derrick Henry.
Bro, we all knew they were going to give him a big dose of Derrick Henry.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, especially when you're hitting a big dude like that.
Yeah.
Like, bro, if you're, like, when it's cold, man, it was like...
It hurts.
When it's 30 degrees and wet, bro, and you are hitting the same dude over and over again, and he's that big, and you're hitting the wall every play, and you saw, if you guys watched it, you saw how many injuries there were. There was, like, 4 in the first half, just off the bat. These linebackers and these dudes that are constantly
It's cold, especially because your body is, like, trying to warm up, and then you just get hit. And then your body's like, whoa, and then it hurts. Like, you've seen it where you maybe if it's cold and like somebody hits you on the neck or your arm or something like that, you're like, dang, that kind of stuck and that kind of stings.
Yep, it's the same thing, just Derrick Henry hitting you with his fucking legs.
Right, and absolutely pummeling you with a stiff arm or. Dude, did you see the play? Bro, I can't believe this happened. I think it was a Patriots DB, like, coming up and then, getting in stance about to, like, form tackle him. And then Derrick Henry just, like, speeds up, put his shoulder down. Bro, just pushes the man 5 yards. Bro, I was gone, bro.
It's fun to watch, man.
It is. You don't see much like that. You always see the speed backs or the receiving backs nowadays, and you don't see, like, the hard-hitting runners like Marshawn Lynch that they used to be, and Frank and the bus and stuff like that.
Yep.
And now Derrick Henry, bro, man, is big.
Especially with how soft the league is, man.
Right.
Like he can take advantage.
You know, you don't have your Palomalus or your Woodsons or your just big hitters. Like, and then everyone just wants to now just go for the legs and like the shoestring tackles and stuff like that.
Yep.
And Derrick Henry just absolutely mauled. I think he had 100 and how many yards?
180 yards.
180 yards.
Touchdown.
Yeah, an absolute hell of a night for him.
So yeah, I would start with the weather. That's the key thing that played in favor of Tennessee, in my opinion, because it just kind of matched their what their team is, basically. And then you got Tannehill, has been one of the most efficient guys in football since he's gotten the starting job. Efficient and I'm pretty sure he has 117 QBR, like 70% completion, some shit like that. And he was balling out, man. Like, you just got a dink and dunk, give it to your back. That's all he had to do in that game, man. And he took care of it, and they came out and knocked off the Pats.
Granted, to the Pats, I mean, they didn't have really much help on offense.
I mean, yeah. I mean, from football fans all around the country, I'm pretty sure we could say that the Pats didn't look like the Pats this year. Mm-hmm. I think it's a safe assumption that we can say that.
And everyone's like, "Yay, the Pats are out! The Pats are out!" But you gotta respect such a dynasty that they have built. I know I'm not the biggest fan of the Pats either, but like you gotta respect some of the things they've done. Belichick, Brady, and Kraft. I mean, they've built such a big dynasty over the years. And to see them finally go out, it's like we were saying in the last episode. You know, we grew up watching these people absolutely dominate, like Breeze, Brady, Rivers. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger, like all these older quarterbacks who are maybe getting into their late careers. It's not sad, but like it's just like dang, like we saw them as young QBs coming into the league and nobody knowing them, and now they're like, you know, you label GOAT on like anybody you want nowadays, and you know, especially with the Breeze and the Brady's left, and you're like, damn, man, like such a good career he has built out, and now who knows where he's gonna finish it off, you know? Who knows where he's gonna go? Who knows if he's gonna stay with the Pats? Who knows if he's gonna even not play next year? He wasn't really 100% sure in the conference room if he, you know, they asked him, you know, do you plan on playing? And I don't think he gave a for sure answer. I don't think he even knew.
I think the quote said pretty unlikely.
Yeah, he said he's pretty unlikely to retire. But then again, like he just played a wild card game. Like why? I hate when reporters ask these kind of questions.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, he just played a game. I don't think he's gonna really think about retiring. Like even Josh McCown last night.
Yeah.
Like he played a game. Why? Like you're asking him about maybe if he's gonna retire and stuff like that. Just let him go home. Think about it. Go to bed. You know, like he's got a lot of things running through his mind, and I think sometimes reporters put too much on people's like players' plates.
Yeah.
And I think. And then, you know, if the players were to retaliate in, like, a dumb answer or, like, a dumb way, everyone's like, oh, he's so mean to reporters and stuff like that. But I'm like, you got to look at his view. He just played a game, hell of a game, and he lost, unfortunately. So I don't think he wants to speak to anybody, you know? Like, imagine you were playing maybe in a rec league and you lose your playoff game. You don't want to talk to anybody. You're in a bad mood. You lost. You're not always going to be in a bad mood, but, you know, you're going to come back. But as soon as it happens, you don't want to talk to anybody. Like, it's not hard, and so I think sometimes reporters can be very I don't know if annoying is the right word, but very like just right on you as soon as you lose a game. Yeah. So I think that's one way.
Yeah, that's a very good way to explain it, and we're not going to dive too deep into that Tom Brady thing because that we can go on for about an hour about it. So with all the
possibilities,
and shit that can happen. So we're going to stick with the game here, and we're going to be pretty much.
Can I say one thing?
What's up?
I kind of fell asleep.
Oh, during the game?
Yeah. Not because the game was boring. I was just hella tired. I woke up 7 a.m. that day for work, so I was super tired.
Nah, I mean, it was... People see the score, and they're like, the Titans beat them 2013.
Yeah.
But... literally the last play of the game was a pick six. Mm-hmm. Like the game was way closer than that.
The game should. I think I shouldn't have ended 2013. It was. I think what was the score? It was
14-13.
Yeah, 14-13. Yeah. So, and I think that game, that score would have explained a lot more if people were to see 14-13 instead of seeing 2013. So, but
I mean, it's just like we said, it's just the weather played in their favor, right? Pats don't really have a huge run game. They kind of rely on the dink and dunks, the run after catch kind of things, and I don't think they had the tools to keep up with this, and not necessarily this game, but like in the playoffs in general. Mm-hmm. Like I don't think the Pats have the weapons to go to the Super Bowl.
Because now the Titans get to play the Ravens, and I think if the Patriots would have played the Ravens, I don't think they really could have done much. Especially on the Ravens defense, when you don't even have an offense to. N'Keal Harry has been a very big letdown this year for the Pats.
He's been hurt, man.
Is he?
Yeah, he's been hurt all year, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I wouldn't go too deep into blaming who,
yeah.
But like it's mainly the thing is like if ands and buts. Like if New England played Baltimore. And if it wasn't raining or if any shit can happen, but I just don't think that they had what they've had in the past. And there was a lot of energy that was kind of, especially because they kind of declined into the postseason instead of inclining into it, which they've done for the past
9+ years.
Right. Yeah. So
and where you miss it, your first time playing a wild card game in a while, you don't know how to prepare, especially because you like he was saying, you come at a downhill already. And then you keep rolling down, and then all of a sudden you hit like a brick wall, and you're like, "Damn, what do we do? Like, how do we go back up?" And so it was hard for them, and by no means we're making excuses for the Patriots, but they're not the team that they used to be.
Yeah, that's basically what we're saying.
Yeah,
and for Pats fans or just football fans in general, the Pats are one of the key teams to look for in the offseason to make some shit happen.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
they got a little money.
They're kind of in space right now without really any direction. So we'll see what they want to do, and
because they still have Belichick locked down, so they still have their their coach there. Just gotta see if they can even bring back Brady, and if they don't, who I don't even know who their backup could be.
That's what I'm saying.
And so
they're moving up in the draft. They taking Tua the second round. What are they gonna do?
Fuck, dude, that decision came today. It was...
Tua is coming.
You done?
Anyway,
that maybe we should make a college.
Tua's coming. Oh fuck yeah, we are. I'm a dude. I am big on scouting for the draft.
I gotta do my research then.
It's coming, eventually. There's a whole lot of off season, so we'll get through playoffs first.
But you gotta let me know then, because I gotta do some research. Because I ain't.
Damn right. Fuck.
I ain't good on the college stuff.
Yeah, we got it. It'll be all right. Anyway, moving on to the
Sunday. NFC. Sunday fun day. Whew. Who would have thought? The 1 o'clock
90% of America.
Yeah, yep. The one, I think it was like 105. Sunday 105 game. Vikings at Saints. I mean, wow. Where do we even begin? Quick heads up. Drew Brees, Taysom Hill, and Teddy Bridgewater are all free agents this year. So that's just, we'll put that out there for now. But Saints come out the game a little slow in my opinion.
Oh, I mean, they were slow all day. On offense, they were abysmal. I don't know what the fuck was happening.
Right. I think they tried to involve Taysom Hill too much.
I mean, there's that. You can't overdo it.
Yeah, and I think they didn't give Drew Brees much time to be prepared, but have that momentum. One pass, 2 passes, 3 passes. Mm-hmm. You make your 4th pass, and now you're in a rhythm. That's what it is. They didn't give him a chance to be in a rhythm. They would always sub in Taysom Hill to either be a wide receiver and do a wide receiver screen, or Taysom Hill takes a direct snap, or do trickery with Taysom Hill and stuff like that. And I don't think Drew Brees got into a rhythm early on. And then when he did get into a rhythm, I think it was a little bit too late. And Vikings were in a rhythm at that point too, with their running game and stuff like that.
And the whole thing with the Saints is they had a lot of 3 and outs. Mm-hmm. You didn't move the ball at all to get any more time or to come up with anything else. Didn't take any time off the clock, and they only had fucking 12 rush attempts by running backs.
I was just about to say that. I didn't see Alvin Kamara rush the ball that much.
12 times.
And I'm looking right now because we have the stats pulled up. Taysom Hill had more yards than Alvin Kamara, and that's why I think when I say they did take too much Taysom Hill, that's what I mean. You didn't get Alvin Kamara into a rhythm. You didn't get Drew Brees into a rhythm. You didn't get Michael Thomas, Jared Cook, your star players that you've been dependent on for the whole regular season. You didn't get into a rhythm. You know, it was a lot of trickery, a lot of direct snaps to your backup QB Taysom Hill, and stuff like that. So I think that kind of, I think it, like I said, it didn't give them rhythm. Like, you know,
I mean, it's definitely true. It's a fact, but like you can't play professional football if you don't run the ball.
Yeah.
So and people take away the fact that Kamara. People think Kamara's like, oh, catch a screen ball and he'll run or he'll get.
He's only receiving.
Yeah, he'll get a jet sweep and go for. No, it's like he can run the ball, man.
Right. Man is huge.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. But
he's pretty big.
I mean, he plays pro football. He's pretty big.
Oh. That's what I mean.
No, I don't know, man. People just don't give him enough credit, and I really think that was going to be it, man.
Yeah.
Especially with, like, how the Vikings were in Drew Brees' mouth the whole fucking game. Yeah. Like, they were on his ass.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, Taysom Hill had a hell of a game. But when you don't get your star players the actual rhythm time and playing time, it kind of takes a toll at them at the end of the night where, you know, they're not in a rhythm or they haven't caught that many balls and they haven't moved the ball down the field. Michael Thomas, you know, hasn't got his hands warm, or Drew Brees hasn't gotten his hands warm throwing the ball and stuff like that. So, in my opinion, I think that's why they had a slow start and had a slow start all game, and kind of lost is because they kind of came out the gates slow.
Yeah, and then there's the whole thing about not staying on the field and your defense getting tired, man. And I think that if they were able to move the ball even a little bit, not even necessarily score, then they would have had a better chance to do that. But I mean, credit to fucking Kirk Cousins, dude. How many fucking haters do you have?
And then still
in the whole United States, bro.
And still come out.
And Kirk Cousins said, "I won a playoff game,"
and show them that I was worth the money that the Vikings paid me. Because when they gave him the contract, everyone was like, whoa, you know, let's not do this to Kirk Cousins. Then you're gonna have to pay everyone else this kind of money when, you know, they don't be deserving it. But Kirk Cousins, like, if you look at his stats and not the wins and losses, and I know that's like the most important thing, wins and losses, but if you actually put that aside and then like actually look at his stats, man balls out. But again, you have that full team chemistry to where, you know, because wins and losses is always not on a QB side. He could be on the bench sitting, you know, and having the defense out there and losing, and so like it's not always his fault. But I think at the same time he could have, some of the games they've lost he could have played better. But man is worth all the money. No matter how many doubters, how many haters he has on ESPN talking about him, how many analysts said he's not worth it, how many analysts said he can't win big games. Booger McFarland, I hate that man, said he can't win games. He can't win games under Monday Night Football. And he came out...
Let's just say Booger McFarland can't even create an American sentence.
That is true.
In the English language.
That is true. So. But he came out and absolutely... I mean, it was a hell of a game. Like you said, what, 90% of Americans thought the Saints were going to win?
Yeah, it was some crazy, 85% of people who put in picks said the Saints were going to win or some shit.
So nobody believed in the Vikings. And Mike Zimmer came out and had a hell of a plan to get Kirk Cousins going, to get Dalvin Cook going. They had that run game going pretty quickly. And they had...
They were finishing, man.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook had 28 attempts. 28 attempts. One hell of a rushing game for Dalvin Cook. But they I think I was watching it, and it was like first couple passes when the Vikings had the ball in the beginning. Adam Thielen fumbled. I was like, bruh, this gonna go so bad. I was like, dang. I was like, yeah, Saints balling him out. And then they recovered from it. But at first I saw Adam Thielen get fumbled, and I was like, God, bro, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen like everyone planned it to be.
Yeah.
But.
And, I mean, we can address it. There was a push-off at the end of the game.
I don't think there was a push-off.
There was a push-off.
It was a combined effort from him and him.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Right, you can literally see Kyle Rudolph move him.
Yeah, but it was a lot of hand fighting from both sides.
It doesn't fucking matter if it's hand fighting, you're fucking shoving somebody. It's different. Go watch the video. Make your own assumption.
Let us know in the comments. Hit us up on Twitter. Let us know what you think.
I think it is.
I don't think so. But I think it was just a grown man play.
I think that it was a push off, but I do not think that's why they lost. They lost because they were playing like shit and their offensive plan was terrible.
Yeah.
That's why they lost.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I think even like halfway through, we all thought they were going to lose because Stephon Diggs was like getting annoyed that he wasn't getting any touches, but they got him involved late in the game. And some of those deep balls by Kirk Cousins, bro, they look so beautiful.
Bro, they dots.
Bro,
they
look
over the shoulder catch
to Adam Thielen, bro. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I stood up. I was like,
some of the passes by Kirk Cousins are so beautiful, so beautiful. And like I said, everyone doubted him. He came out. You like that?
You like that?
You like that? So,
bro, we really need to start editing these things and putting them clips and shit. That should be so funny. Oh my god! But we need to employ Alexis to go do that shit.
True.
That'd be fucking funny.
I might go over to her house after this.
That's sick.
And then she can edit it.
Oh shit.
Because then we upload it tomorrow anyway.
Oh shit.
If you want to come, I don't know.
Me come to her house?
Yeah, if you want to come with me.
Shit.
So we can both have the.
Oh shit.
Both have the.
I'm included. Anyway,
moving on. Later that night, we're
gonna talk about this shit show.
Later that night, it was like 4:40.
Battle of the Birds.
Yep. Disappointed, man. Disappointed.
About what?
About Carson Wentz leaving so early.
What the fuck you think, bro? He does that every year.
If you're not built for it, you're not built for it.
You tell me you can take that hit from Jadeveon Clowney coming from behind you.
No, but I can tell you that if you're not healthy in the postseason for 90% of your career, there's a problem.
I mean, career.
Quit running. God damn.
Oh, man. It was such a disappointing game, in my opinion. I wanted something so much better. And it just didn't go that way.
But Russ.
We all knew Russ was going to ball out.
He's a grown man.
But targeting, in my opinion.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I'll be first to admit that.
I don't understand how.
I don't think there's a targeting call in professional football, but I think it's called like a personal foul or some shit. But yeah.
You just can't lead with the crown.
He definitely fucking did that.
He literally was like.
You can go watch the video for that. That shit's fucked.
Yeah.
It really is.
So. And everyone's like, I've seen a lot of comments on Instagram and shit like that saying, oh, he didn't hit him that hard.
Like, alright, you go do it.
I'm like, yeah, you go put on a helmet and then have a 260-something pound man fall on you. And
full force while headbutting you.
Yeah, headbutting you and then you headbutt the ground. And you go try and do that and then tell me you don't see lights. And so yeah, that shit pissed me off. I saw that shit on Instagram. They were saying, oh, he didn't even get hit that hard. Why did he leave the game? Like, yeah, you go do that, buddy. You go do that, Johnny. So, but
you get out there, Bradley.
Yeah, you get out there,
you fucking pussy.
So, but some of the stats here. Russell Wilson played great. Josh McCown. I felt so, bro, when he was crying at the end of the game. Shit, that shit hurt. Shit hurted. That shit hurted.
Whatever.
I'm not saying it's anything. I'm just saying that shit hurted.
I mean, watch it.
Yeah, because I'm like 40 years old.
Fun stat. Yeah, this is his first playoff game ever.
First postseason start. He was.
The guy's playing 20 years.
Yeah. He was in the playoffs, but he was as a backup before. So you can tell how many bad teams he's been on. But I just felt sad because, like, you see, he gave it his all. Even at the end of the game, he was limping. So I don't think he was fully 100% ready to play. I don't think he expected to play. I mean, not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, they brought him off the streets. He was chilling at home, retired. And
oh shit!
He's like,
I need a quarterback. All right.
He's like, hello. Doug Peterson's like, yo.
He said, yo, I can only play home games though. Is that okay?
So Doug Peterson's like, yo, we need you. He's like, shit, bro.
I can't get on the plane. I can't. I can only play home games.
So,
and there was a home game. So
Miles Sanders balled out. That team has. I told you. That's why I was believing in the Eagles before. I believed in them because they had that heart, determination. At the end, I mean, the score probably doesn't say it, 17-19, but it was a close game throughout the whole night.
And they were really injured. We talked about that last time. They were fucked up everywhere, especially wide receiver. Mm-hmm. And when you're down like that early and you got that team like with a dude like Russ and DK Metcalf that you can and Tyler Lockett that you
DK Metcalf balled out.
He did ball out. I'm surprised I didn't see more memes yet about his fucking massive biceps. But
because everyone for some reason hates him, or doesn't put respect on his name. Because everyone just thinks he's just a big tight end.
Oh.
When he actually has the legs and the speed.
Well,
I think if he improves his route running,
receivers.
huh?
He plays wide receiver.
I know. I'm just saying everyone thinks of him as a big tight end because he can't run routes, or have the speed, or have the hands to catch.
He ran a 4.4.
Yeah, as what 6 foot something?
6'5".
Yeah, 6'5". Man is a
with NFL bloodlines.
He's a giant. So he balled out. He had some again, bro. The deep passes by Russell Wilson are so beautiful. You just see it come down. It's just pow. It's just right here, right in the basket. So beautiful.
Dog.
And like we're not rooting for anybody here, but I just love seeing passes like that. It's beautiful to watch. It's beautiful football.
And don't worry, we're not going to sit here and talk about Marshawn Lynch scoring a touchdown for 6 hours. That's not what we're doing.
Yeah, no.
Congratulations, you came back and you got your carry on the 1 yard line. We're both big Marshawn fans. I'm not Marshawn fans.
Marshawn fans.
Marshawn.
Yo, you a Marshawn fan? Let me know.
We're big Marshawn fans, but like I don't know. I just don't like the way the fucking media blows up this dumb shit that doesn't matter. Like, just fucking chill out. It's dope. We get it. But yeah, man.
I think it was just big because like he was sitting on his couch not too long ago.
He was eating Skittles, fam.
Yeah,
he was playing Madden.
He was playing Madden.
He was shitting on kids online.
Now he's shitting on them in real life.
From
the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
but
like yeah, Eagles. Maybe next year. Be healthy.
Yeah.
Get Nick Foles back because he ain't playing.
Well, I don't know if you want Nick Foles back.
If I'm Eagles, I do.
I think, bro.
Bro, save him for the end and then bench Carson.
There you go.
Have Nick play in the postseason.
No, bench Carson for the whole regular season and then have Nick Foles playing the whole regular season and win you like maybe 9 games because that's all you need to fucking win that division.
Fucking wrecked.
And then boom, have Carson play.
Nah.
Now you have him safe for the whole postseason.
Nope. Then Carson runs one play and breaks his leg, and then he's out.
Then you got Nick Foles.
What if he hurt beforehand?
Fuck, Josh McCown again. Run it back, baby. Run it back.
Is it at home though? I can't travel.
He's like, shit. We're playing at Cowboys.
Shit.
But yeah, that was Saturday, Sunday. Hell of games. Then we have this weekend, the divisional round. Go ahead, run us through the games.
So, divisional round, we got Saturday, January 11th at 4:35. We got the Vikings-Niners. You know, let's just go with it. Let's just go one at a time.
Okay.
All right.
I think. Can I just say one thing? The times for these games don't make sense to me. I mean, no. The times for these games make so much more sense to me than the times we had for last weekend.
You know, like the 05s?
Yeah.
Man, that was 05. That's 6:40.
No, I'm saying like the actual time. So like on Sunday we had a 1 o'clock and a 4:40. Why not just make it 4 and 8 on Sunday? That's just when everybody's chilling at home watching games.
Yeah.
So, but
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it was just such like a weird time because people still have work on Sunday. It's not like everyone's just off. So, but it's church, and everyone's like, oh, maybe they'll watch it after church. So
I'll watch after church.
But yeah, Vikings 49ers. That's our first game on a Saturday. It's about after 4 o'clock afternoon. Depending on if we see the same Vikings with their rushing attack on the 49ers, and I know the 49ers have a really good D-line, one of the best D-line in the game. I think if the Vikings have a same rushing attack that they did against the Saints, I think we could see a same completely different game than everyone thinks. And if Kyle Rudolph balls out, we'll see how they do. But I really didn't see much from the Vikings. Harrison Smith, the safety for the Vikings, I really thought he was going to do a lot more during the Saints game, but he was kind of getting beat on routes and shit like that. And Xavier Rhodes was injured.
Xavier Rhodes played like shit.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Xavier Rhodes and Harrison Smith did not.
Yeah, dude, he's getting cooked for real.
Right, he was getting destroyed on routes. But I think if he locks down, especially Emmanuel Sanders.
Well, see, that's the thing though, man. Like people, people could say like, oh, pressure Jimmy G. Jimmy G's not ready for prime time and all this other shit. And it's like, do you know how many weapons you got, bro? Like, he's surrounded with talent, man. Like, the line is pretty stout. You got 3 running backs that can catch and run the ball very well. You got Kittle. You got Sanders. You got Debo. The shit just keep going. And
Kittle, again, is like one of his safety blankets that we were just talking about earlier.
Yeah, especially when, I mean, like, I don't want to, like, say this, like, as, like, a shitty thing to say, but, like, Jimmy Garoppolo is not going to ball you for 400 yards, and he's not going to beat you, you know what I mean? Like, he is not going to be, oh, fuck, we scored 40 points and we still lost because Jimmy Garoppolo, like, no, that's not how it's going to go. It's going to be that defense, and he's just going to get it done. That's what he's been doing. That's what they pay him for. Jimmy G's going to get it done.
So they gave him that big contract. He was behind Tom Brady, gave him that big contract.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the Vikings last week. If you want to go through a team review of them, you can go back then.
It was the first team we talked about. No, it was this third team we talked about. But go back and watch that one anyway. Watch the whole thing, 1 hour and 30 minutes. Get us that watch time. Bigger watch time, more money. Then we can improve the setup.
Then we won't be in a fucking death
basement. Yeah. I mean, we'll probably be in I don't know where else
with moldy floors. Yeah. Anyway. Fucking,
where else would we go, honestly? We'd be here. Maybe we'd get better light.
I mean, our whole setup's portable, so we can really go wherever.
That's true.
We can fucking do this in a McDonald's.
God, that noise.
And just ask people like, yo, what you think about these games, dog?
Yo, that background noise would kill me. If I were to rewatch that episode, oh my god, the background noise would kill me. But moving on from McDonald's and where we'd record.
But yeah, the Niners, man, they're just talented, bro. They're talented in every facet. And it's going to be kind of rough.
They did lose some iffy games during the regular season. And I think most of their games came by like a field goal that they lost. So it's not like they were getting blown out here night and day. Richard Sherman balls out. Their linebackers are pretty decent. Their line especially is their strong point. Hopefully Nick Bosa has a good game. And then we'll see. We'll see what Kirk Cousins can. Kirk Cousins do it again.
Bro, let me just say that if he does that again, because I guarantee you that all Vegas is gonna be on the Niners, bro, shit's gonna hit the fan, bro.
Because then we could have a really interesting.
Then we're talking about momentum getting carried into the fucking conference finals,
and then Super Bowl.
And then it's gonna be, oh my god,
it's gonna be a wild one. Like I said, if he does it again, who knows? We could be talking about fucking most improved player or who knows, you know? So, but we'll see. I really believe in Kirk. I like Kirk Cousins. I like that you like that. That's it. You like that? And then his voice cracks every single time when he says that.
Nice.
So, but the later game, Saturday still. Who we got?
Titans Ravens. 8:15 Saturday.
Titans Ravens. Oh man.
I don't even know if we got to talk about this one. Because if you follow sports at all, which I'm pretty sure you have to be able to watch this.
Right.
And, like, actually enjoy it.
We have our hashtag as sports on YouTube.
So, like, if you don't watch sports or have ESPN notifications or watch any type of sports center at all, and you don't know anything about the Ravens, I'm sorry, but you probably have ADD. So...
If you haven't gotten a big dosage of Ravens from ESPN, I don't think you have the right notification set.
Nope.
I am so tired of seeing Ravens notifications. It's unreal. Yeah. Maybe next notification I get, Lamar Jackson just farted. And Mark Ingram, big trust. And I get that notification.
Bro.
So.
Lamar Jackson took a monster dookie in a Walmart. Yeah. It shows a picture.
Lamar Jackson's here with a football. shows the
like, fuck.
And then you hear Mark Ingram in the back, big trust.
Fuck out of here. But yeah, I mean... And that's, we're not shitting on Lamar Jackson at all or anything. But I'm just shitting on the media because I fucking hate the media.
We were talking about it earlier. We hate reporters. We hate the media. We hate fucking commentators.
Yep, it's fucking terrible.
They all suck.
I fucking hate
it. Let me and Sean be commentators.
We need Gus Johnson to commentate every sporting event ever.
Yep.
Make it happen. Pay him all the money.
Pay us. Let us commentate.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Shit be lit as fuck.
You gotta make that explicit, though, dog.
Yeah. Every time they turn to ESPN, are you sure you're 18 and want to continue?
I just want to watch the Lakers game. Holy
LeBron
shit,
James
you see that
puts his
fucking
balls
dunk,
in
bro?
that kid's mouth.
Bro, we just put his nuts on his forehead, boy.
Oh, man. But yeah, we won't go too much into there. I mean, we all know what the Ravens can do. We all know what the Titans can do.
We know Lamar Jackson can run. Okay, we get it. We know that
he has legs and he's fast. We get it.
We get it. You know, we get all that.
But
Mark Ingram's pretty good, I guess. But, like, it's fucking... Their defense is wonderful. The fucking one thing that the media does not talk about is how good that defense is.
Yeah.
They're, dude, DBs, all pro. The fucking line, it moves. Linebackers play sideline to sideline. It's
they're
really
fast
good.
and athletic, yeah.
As of in this game, I don't think the Titans can do it again. I don't think so.
Unfortunately not.
I just don't think they can score with them, mostly. But yeah.
Unless AJ Brown just has one hell of a night somehow.
I mean, if Tannehill's dotting, then Tannehill's dotting.
Well, Tannehill's gonna dot.
Tannehill's dotting, y'all.
Tannehill's gonna dot.
All right, shit, you're going here first.
Tannehill's gonna dot. I think he's finally just getting his playtime, and he's finally being like, "This is what you guys missed out on.
This is me.
This is
Hello.
me. I did not have any weapons.
Look at these nuts.
in the Miami. Now I do in Tennessee.
Oh, fuck.
And now you gonna see what I can do."
I didn't know that he was from Europe. Anyway, we're gonna do the predictions after we go through the games.
Yeah.
It's the Titans Ravens. I feel like we don't really talk about it. It's pretty. Everyone pretty much knows.
I hope the Titans win. I want to have a story.
Oh, bro! If the Titans win, bro, I'm riding that boat to the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, go get them, Vrabel. Hell yeah.
But Vrabel, bro. We'll talk about that in the NFL predictions when we have our awards. We'll talk about it more. Texans Chiefs is Sunday, 3:05 p.m. Mm-hmm. So a Sunday afternoon game, 3:05. That's going to be a showdown of mobile QBs and what they can do on offense and how they can pull the weight.
How the fuck is Pat Mahomes mobile?
You telling me Pat Mahomes isn't mobile?
When the fuck?
Tell me right now Pat Mahomes isn't mobile, I'll slap you.
He ain't mobile.
We're ending this recording. Bro, are you really telling me Pat Mahomes isn't mobile?
Let's look at what Pat Mahomes did on the ground. How about that? You want to do this?
Yes.
All right. Let's go. Where's Pro Football Reference?
That's the only fucking site we look at. Fuck ESPN.
Lamar Jackson, 18 turds dropped.
Bro, I was like, what are you talking about?
All right, let's look at Pat Mahomes. Where the fuck? Let me go to find his rushing stats. Where the fuck? Scroll, please. Thank you. Rushing.
That's playoffs, dummy.
Oh, is it my bad?
There you go. Rushing right there.
Rushing. Why don't you just look at that and tell me he's mobile?
I would say he's pretty mobile.
There's a difference between mobile and avoiding a sack.
Let's say if he was to avoid a sack.
A mobile quarterback is Lamar Jackson.
So Deshaun Watson isn't mobile?
Yes, he is.
You just said Lamar Jackson is the only mobile QB.
I know. I said a mobile quarterback is Lamar Jackson.
Okay. So if Pat Mahomes runs out of the pocket, is he not mobile?
What? Twice a game?
But is he not mobile?
Bro, don't do this to me.
Is he not mobile?
You acting stupid now.
Is he not mobile?
He's not mobile because he can't beat you with his legs.
You telling me Pat Mahomes can't beat you with his legs?
No.
We'll see.
When you can throw for 500 yards, you ain't got to beat nobody with your legs. He ain't fast enough.
This fucking guy.
Yo, leave it in the comments. Hit us up on Twitter. Is Pat Mahomes a mobile quarterback?
Bro, we'll move on because this will go on forever.
Yep.
Well,
there's a difference between being a mobile quarterback and being a quarterback who can move in the pocket to throw the ball. If you move around and throw the ball, you're not mobile. If you can beat somebody with your legs, you're mobile.
So are we putting Pat Mahomes and Drew Brees in the same boat then? Because Drew Brees can get out of the pocket.
Yes.
But he can't beat you with his legs.
Yes.
So you're... Bro, what?
What do you mean? I'm so confused.
Bro, you're telling me Pat Mahomes isn't mobile?
Yes.
All right, fair enough. Let's move on.
Anyway, the Chiefs are pretty good. The Chiefs like to throw the ball, not run it. That's a fact.
Yeah.
I didn't even mean that by Pat Mahomes. I just mean in general.
Yeah. I got you.
They're running. It's not a lot of carries back there. So
maybe LaShawn McCoy can have a big game.
Nah. He can play like shit all year.
Shady. You don't want Shady to ball out?
I do. He just doesn't get carries.
Why would you? When, like you said, Pat Mahomes can be mobile.
No, that's actually not what I said. That's what she said. Yo, dude, Pat Mahomes zone read. Is this fucking Madden? You got your long legs medal where you just step over dudes.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about?
Fuck Madden.
But that's gonna be a good game. Depending on how the defense for Texans played, I don't think they're gonna be able to do it again with how the Bills game went. I think Deshaun Watson absolutely showed how big of balls he had against the Bills, and I don't think he'll be able to do it. Such a high offense team against the Chiefs again. So Deshaun Watson will be able to do it. I just don't think their defense will be able to stop the Chiefs.
Oh, dude, like we said, if you want to go watch the last one, we talked about the Texas pass defense even at the beginning of this one a little bit. It's terrible. It's absolutely awful. Pat Mahomes is a beast. He can dot you up from anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So it's.
I
don't think it will be pretty.
I don't think so either. But we'll go through. Hey, we were fucking wrong first week, so this could all be upside down.
I mean, everything we said was factual about the teams, but the predictions of who would win and lose were not.
And we'll give our predictions here in a second. But we got the later game. What is that? 6:40. Seahawks Packers. That's gonna be one hell of a game. That's the only game that's probably gonna be like equal in terms of talent. Packers having that bye week, they're not always the best team coming out from a bye week, regular season and playoffs. And Seahawks absolutely, hopefully they'll carry that momentum of what they just had with DK Metcalf and Russell Wilson and Lynch and what's it called, their linemen and stuff like that. And Russell Wilson being mobile and getting out of the pocket and avoiding sacks.
Russell Wilson's a mobile quarterback.
Oh, now he's a mobile quarterback.
Russell Wilson? Yeah.
We're moving on. We're not having this conversation. I would say he's a mobile QB too. But so is Pat Mahomes. But yeah, the Packers, having Devontae Parker hopefully healthy. Jeremy Graham, what?
Who the fuck is Devontae Parker?
He
played for Miami, cousin.
Who the fuck did that? I thought he was on the Packers.
Devontae Adams?
Adams. Sorry. Devontae Adams.
Just let me talk.
Okay. Go ahead.
So Seahawks Packers is going to be pretty much the thing with this game is that a lot of people think that both these teams are very overrated in the league as a whole. A lot of people don't think that the Seahawks are very good, and a lot of people think the Packers are very good.
I think the Packers are overrated.
I also do believe that. Their defense is fucking Swiss cheese, and it's funny because it's fucking Green Bay. You get it?
Move on, please. I'm ending this recording.
Screen goes black.
Oh, wait. Nobody saw it. Right. Keep going.
All right. And the thing with something that you can look at with the Seahawks game is that, like, people will try to say something about, like, the Smith brothers for Green Bay and their pass rush and how they've been giving to the quarterback a lot. But then, like, you guys know how the Seahawks line operates. They just don't block, and they have success. So,
because Russell
Wilson's been one of the top 5 most hit QBs in the league every year that he's been in the league, and they've fucking won a Super Bowl. They've been in the playoffs every year. Like, so
it's just Russell Wilson pulls the weight on that team.
I just don't think that's going to be a factor. And I mean, the lack of the front seven again with the Packers is their strength, and I mean, if there's any strength on that defense at all, more like the front four, really, in my opinion. Yeah. Their DBs aren't that good. I think that Russ will find a way to get behind him, and we'll see if Marshawn hits stride. Mm-hmm. That'd be cool if he does, but I don't know. It's kind of tough to come into a system this late, even though you've already been in it. You know what I mean? You've been out of it for a few years, so we'll see how that works. I really don't think that the Packers are that good. I expect the Seahawks to win that game, but...
So let's run through our predictions real quick. Vikings, 49ers.
I got the Niners I got the Niners 28-17.
Okay. I was going to say the Niners 24-17. I think it would be a closer game. I think, like I said, Vikings, hopefully they'll come out the same team that we saw against the Saints.
I got big ups. Big tings from that.
Big ting. Grrr, grrr. Big things. Grrr.
All right. I got big faith in these Niners coaches, man. Especially their DC.
Yeah.
He knows what the fuck he's doing.
Man, bro, okay, you think he's going to go to another team?
Oh, fuck yeah.
You think so?
Oh, fuck yeah. I would.
You wouldn't want to coach that team again and hopefully get
I want to go get paid. Bro, especially if I go to the Browns where I can actually discipline somebody and fucking, tell them how the fuck to do shit with the setup already, we're not going to get that. We'll do coaching shit some other episode.
Yeah, some other episode. Maybe it could be one of our short episodes.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what I think. The Niners defense is just going to be a little too much for them, and I think they're going to shake Kirk Cousins up. And it just won't. You can't run the ball when you're behind. So I think that's what it's going to be, a little something like that. But then again, I thought the fucking Saints were going to blow them out.
Yeah.
So you can think of what you want.
Maybe Kyle Rudolph will have another push off that doesn't get called, and they can win the game. So, Titans Ravens. I think this could be a very good game. I see the Ravens winning, though. I don't think the Titans could do it again. I'm saying, like, the Ravens... hey, I mean, shit. I don't know.
I'm going 35-17 Ravens.
Damn. Blowout?
I just don't think... I think the momentum... I feel like last week was the climax.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Vrabel's old coach, Vrabel's old team... Tannehill dethrones the Pats.
Yeah.
Everybody hyped it up to be that like...
You say now they don't have, like, that punch to play for anymore.
Because I feel like they kind of feel like they did it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's kind of the energy surrounding the Titans right now.
Yeah. I'm thinking...
And let's not forget they were a 9-17.
Yeah.
So.
I'm thinking... Let's see. What am I... let's go 28... 28-21. Because I think Henry could have another big dose of... They could get another big dose of Henry. Big dose of Henry.
Dose.
So, but then we have Sunday, Texans Chiefs. With Pat Mahomes being a mobile QB, let's see.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Now we're demonetized. Great.
Yeah, because I haven't said fuck 8 times before.
Oh yeah, that's true. Let's see. What are we thinking? Texans Chiefs. Let's give it a shootout.
I'm going 42-30.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's mine. It's 42-30.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
42-30 Chiefs.
I think it's going to be a shootout. I don't think defenses will be a factor in this game.
The Chiefs, especially we didn't really touch on the Chiefs defense, but like it's like the same thing as Houston. It's literally the same fucking principle with the front seven and the lack of the cap on the bottom. You know what I mean? Like they just can't keep anything in front of them, and they get beat on them long plays. But yeah, I'd say 42-30.
Yeah, I'll go with maybe like. Yeah, I'll stick with 42. I think that'd be a good. Like I said, it would be a shootout. So I was thinking somewhere around there anyway. And then for our later game, the Seahawks and the Packers. I have the Seahawks winning this.
Same.
Like I said, I don't believe in the Packers. I really don't.
I'm doing 2013.
I'm going to go with 27-12.
12?
No, I mean 27-13.
Yeah. Alright.
I don't think Packers can do much, to be honest with you. But we'll see. We were wrong a lot the first week, so
yeah. I mean, yeah.
We'll come back next Monday and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So, but
we'll keep you guys updated on that whole fucking shit.
And hey, look on our Twitter as well. We'll be better about posting game updates.
Oh yeah, we'll be right with it, reacting and shit like that.
Yeah, so TTW_podcast on Twitter. Hit us up. It'll be in the description below. And then my Twitter and his Twitter will be in the description below as well.
Yeah, and I, as of late, have been back on Twitter. I took a long break, and I'm starting to tweet more about live action shit too. So, if you want our personal opinions, you can follow us, and they're pretty colorful. So go for it.
Yeah, we're pretty open people. But yeah, TTW_podcast on Twitter will be in the description below. Should be like the first link, and then mine and his Twitter will be down there as well. Now, we were at 1:04.
An hour 4.
An hour 4.
Damn, that was a long ass minute.
Now we're to the topic. We won't take too long on this. We'll just run through what we had.
So basically, what Z's saying is that he didn't do any notes or anything or prepare for this at all.
I did not.
I'm gonna have to carry this segment.
You are. But we got NFL awards.
NFL awards. Well, most of them. Like, we're not gonna do like Walter Payton and shit like that. We're gonna do
like the big ones.
We're gonna do
the main ones.
Offensive rookie, defensive rookie, offensive player, defensive player, MVP, comeback player. Mm-hmm. We can do coach and exec. That's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean,
can get off the top of my head.
Right, I know the coach. Yeah.
All right, offensive rookie of the year in the whole league.
Okay, I see it. Can you first say that you're not biased?
I mean, I don't really care if people think. People always really claim to me that I'm biased and all this shit, but I mean, I've made it so the stats don't lie. So you can go do whatever the fuck you want with the information.
Yeah, look up the stats. If he's wrong, let him know. Let him know.
I'm not wrong.
No. If he's wrong and what he thinks and stuff like that, get us. Get us at us.
I mean,
on
this
Twitter.
is just my opinion. You can
get us.
Yell at me, bully me, please.
Get at us on Twitter and
bully me on Twitter.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, I like to get bullied.
I'm into that. It toughens my skin.
Yep. So, but who you got first one for offensive rookie?
So I did the top 3 in these positions, and I'm gonna tell you why each one. So, Josh Jacobs is my offensive rookie of the year, running back, Oakland Raiders. I picked Josh Jacobs simply because of the fact, or you know what, let me run through the stats first. He was 8th in rushing yards, tied for 8th in touchdowns. He missed 3 games. Keep that in mind. So, he only played 13 games this season.
Was he suspended or injured?
He was hurt.
Okay.
He played all that, averaging around 5 yards a carry, 7 touchdowns, 1,150 yards on the ground. I think he's the offensive rookie of the year because of the level of production he made on the team that he was on.
While missing 3 games?
Yeah, while missing 3 games. So, Josh Jacobs was 8th in the league missing 3 games. While he's getting 20-some touches a game. Mm-hmm. So, I'm just saying those numbers would be up a little more. Now, they're not, and I can't change that. I'm not going ifs, ands, and buts. But I think he's my offensive rookie of the year because of the fact that he put that production up there on his team, being one-dimensional, coming from the adversity of the AB situation, Derek Carr not being able to throw the ball, all that shit surrounding there.
Having a lot of drama on that team.
Playing with no defense, so you have to throw the ball to come back and all this other shit. And he balled out, and he runs the right way. He runs physical. He runs hard. He stays in bounds. He's a fucking every down guy, man. He's just awesome, and I think that, in my opinion, he's offensive rookie of the year in the league. To me, he had the biggest impact on the league. Second was Kyler Murray.
Runner-up.
Yeah, that's and Kyler Murray's a runner-up. I mean, you can make a case for it. He could very well win it in real life. I mean, you can go, no, I'm not saying this is what it should be or whatever. These are just mine. He's my second because he put up pretty decent numbers and pretty decent production on the team as shit as that, especially with the line that he had. Good Lord. Poor guy.
Little guy.
I should have put the number of times he got sacked in there.
Poor little guy. Look it up real quick.
You look it up. Get your phone out.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, he played all 16 games, had around 4,000 yards passing, or 3,700 yards passing, 20 touchdowns, 12 picks, ran for about 500 yards, 4 touchdowns, with 2 game-winning drives and 1 drive to tie the game when they played Detroit earlier in the season. He's 15th in passing yards, 21st in touchdowns. I think he made a very good rookie debut while not having much to work with at all. Definitely showed his mobility to utilize that kind of aspect of his game to beat other teams. I don't think that he impacted his team as much as Jacobs did, because Jacobs' team was pretty much projected to win 2 games, and they won 7. The Cardinals were also expected to do shit, and they did do shit. And I'm not saying that it's all his fault or whatever, but I'm just saying that, we got us as a whole. We have to throw out the QB bias. You agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
As fans, as people, we need to throw out the QB bias. Just because you play quarterback does not mean that you are the best player on the team.
Yep.
It's a simple fact. Josh Jacobs was the best offensive rookie football player, in my opinion. So, my third guy, A.J. Brown.
Oh, on Kyler Murray, he was sacked 48 times.
48 times in 16 games.
48.
That's rough.
That's terrible.
He's a little dude.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. But yeah, third for me, Tennessee Titans wide receiver A.J. Brown. Played 16 games, 52 catches, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. 61% catch rate. So that's pretty much how many times he was targeted to how many times he caught balls. And, I mean, that's kind of... We'll need a little work on. We'll need to work on that a little bit.
I think for AJ Brown, he wasn't like the big star for them. I think he got like the third downs and stuff like that they needed. Short drag routes and maybe post routes here and there.
Right.
For them,
he averages 20 yards per catch.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's there when they need him, but he's not like a full game. Like keep throwing it to him every single time. DeAndre Hopkins kind of guy.
But he started 13 games, fam.
Well, yeah, you need to start receivers on a game.
Did you start?
Huh?
He started.
Yeah.
He played 16, but he started 13. That means he's there every down.
I don't know.
But keep in mind, they also run the ball a lot.
Right.
There's that. But, yeah, he was 24th receiving yards, tied for 4th in touchdowns. Huge fan of A.J. Brown. Watched him all through Ole Miss. Watched him. I knew for a fact that he's going to be a nice pro receiver. I think, in my opinion, he's better than DK Metcalf. He didn't have... Yeah, he didn't have the draft hype. He didn't have, nobody talks about the other dude in that picture who was just equally as big. You know what I mean? Like
I just saw the picture actually.
Right. So it's like
I saw it on. I don't know. Oh, I was looking at right here. I typed in Kyler Murray, right, and you know how on Google it shows you like stats about the guy.
Yeah.
It said people also search for DK Metcalf, and the picture's right here. Let's just take a moment to look at that real quick.
Yeah, so
huge,
massive guy, huge guy. See, they even cropped AJ out.
Yeah,
bruh, it's exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, I don't think that he did, but I don't think he had more of an impact on this team than Kyler or Jacobs. So that's why he's my third guy. Yeah. Those are my offensive rookies. Do with it what you will. Hopefully, you like my explanations. I think that makes sense. Let me know. Fight with me. Bully me. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, give us stats. Don't just say, oh, this person was this because of this.
I did give him stats.
No. I'm saying, like, if you bully us, at least, like, come stats.
Yeah,
so.
Bully me prepared, kid.
Yeah, okay? Don't just be like, oh, well, I think it's...
Before I wreck you.
Yeah.
So. Defensive Rookie of the Year. I want your reaction.
Bro, they're so going to think you're fucking biased.
Y'all can do it, but, I mean, y'all can... I'm making valid points, am I not?
Bro...
Y'all can say whatever you want.
I mean, he's giving you guys stats. I mean, you got to respect it for that.
Whatever you want.
And I mean, this is our podcast. This is our opinion. Fuck you guys. But come at us with stats if you think something
Bully
else.
Me.
So,
Brett,
but go ahead.
My defensive rookie of the year is defensive end Oakland Raiders Max Crosby. This is because
I thought you were wearing Raiders suit.
My guy played 16 games, 46 total tackles, 16 tackles for loss, 10 sacks. 14 QB hits, 4 pass breakups, 4 forced fumbles. All while being a 4th-round pick from Eastern Michigan, completely undersized albino boy.
We love a good story.
My guy is white as Whiteman.
We love a good story.
And yeah, so I'm not even gonna explain myself. Anyway, tied for 10th in sacks, tied for 4th in forced fumbles, tied for 5th in tackles for loss in the whole league. Not among rookies, whole league. Max Crosby, yeah, I told you about the 4th round. Outstanding rookie. All around the league, really. The rookie defensive...
I mean, if I was listening to those stats, I'd be like, wow.
Bruh, that's what I'm saying. Like, the whole league just got a whole flourish of these young defensive guys that are fucking balling out. Like, this shit's nuts. if you don't like, go look at the rookie stats, bro. Like, it's kind of nuts.
And everyone loves a good late round story.
Oh yeah,
Fourth round,
especially being undersized, bro. He got drafted at 248 pounds.
Really?
Played D end in the NFL.
Damn.
Like,
so yeah, I think. I mean, I can honestly see him winning just because from the story and where he's come from.
So there's that, and then I'm just gonna say the defensive side of this was extremely hard for me to pick because there was so much production, but like, I think that he did the most on his team because of how bad they were. You know what I mean? They had no other outlets. They had no pass rushers. Their pass defense was one of the worst in the league. He came in, he balled out, and I just think that he deserves it. I think he's the most outstanding rookie on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah. Like, he wasn't good at one thing.
Yeah, he did four forced fumbles, bro. 4. We're about to talk about TJ Watt here in a minute.
I was going to, but I don't have stats, so I can't come with anything. Oh, bet, dude.
I got you, fam.
Oh, bet, dude.
So, in my second is very close. Like, literally neck and neck, Nick Bosa. Defensive end, San Francisco 49ers. Played 16 games, 47 total tackles, 16 tackles for loss, 11 and a half sacks, 25 QB hits, 2 pass breakups, 1 forced fumble, 1 pick. Now you might be like, oh, he has more sacks. I think he should win. You're ignorant. If you think that a defensive lineman's job is to get the fucking passer every time they play the game,
and I mean, look at that. Look at the help he has around him.
That's what I'm saying. So he tied for 8th in sacks, tied for 5th in tackles for loss. Basically, Nick Bosa is what every team wants their edge rush to be.
Yeah.
He's athletic. He's fucking strong as shit. He's agile. He's lean, and he gets there, man. In my opinion, he's the best prospect to be drafted as edge in the past 5 years.
Okay.
Just because of how dominant he was in college and how dominant he was when he came out in the
league.
And
so, like, these are surprising stats. He was picked early on. So, like, everyone expected this from him.
Yeah.
But, with what's his name? Max Crosby, like, 4th round pick, you expected him to maybe come on late in the season.
Yeah, he was a development.
Yeah, when they need
Mayock even said he was a development job. But so absolutely dominated. Nick Bosa will be all pro for the rest of our lives. Yeah. Like he'll be playing pro.
And again, look at the people he has with him. So like maybe some of the snaps he'll have one-on-one coverage. So it's easy to beat one-on-one coverage. But when you have like, let's say you have like you're good and then you have shitters around you, you're gonna get double teamed. And so, like, if he didn't have, the people with him on that D-line as well, and some of the DBs coming in on a blitz or something like that, with the way they have their defense set up, he could be getting double teamed. So.
Or even the pass defense over the top. The longer that the quarterback has to hold the ball, the more at-bats you get at rushing and passing. Yep. And that's why I picked Max Crosby, is because he had less of that, and he produced the same amount, he was essentially. On, Like, I don't know. That's my pick. Third, Devin Smith, linebacker, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Devin Bush.
Nice. Devin Smith. I had Buckeyes on my mind. Pittsburgh Steelers, Devin Bush. Dude's a fucking beast.
Everyone criticized the Steelers when they moved up in the draft to get him.
I was pissed because I wanted him. I was so mad.
But everyone was like, "Oh, was it really worth it to give up, first round picks and stuff like that to get him?" Yes. We needed. I can talk about this because this obviously on the Steelers, so I know a little bit about this. I don't know the exact stats, but I can tell you how he's played on games.
I got you with the stats.
Go ahead, run through the stats real quick.
My guy played 16 games, 109 total tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 2 picks, 4 pass breakups, 1 forced fumble.
So an absolute monster everywhere, and we needed So after we lost Ryan Shazier, bless up Ryan Shazier. I hope I see you on the football field soon. As a coach, maybe even if you don't play on the Steelers, as a coach, as a linebacker coach. But so we needed an athletic guy that can go side to side with speed, but also can know the coverage
with the intensity.
Yeah.
Devin Bush has it, bro. He has the defensive brain. Mm-hmm. He's got the I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah,
and let you know about it.
Yeah, we needed a guy that was athletic, but that can also know the coverage and be a captain on the team. Like hold down the whole team. Like be that one point that everyone can be like, all right, who are we looking for? And he was that guy, that center guy. We needed somebody like that after we lost Shazier, and he was a guy that came in just absolute hustled every play. In pass coverage, he would drop back and get tight ends. even get receivers on drag routes, stuff like that, and then absolutely would rush the ball. I mean, go in for the sack. And so, like I said, we needed a physical guy. He was our guy. He was our physical linebacker that we needed ever since we lost Shazier. Super fast as well. He's got burners.
Dude's an athlete.
Yeah, so we needed an athlete and an athletic athlete that could come in and replace Shazier, and that's who we got.
In my opinion, I think he will be top 5 at his position very soon.
Yeah.
If
he improves from what he did his rookie year,
ceiling.
and if he can prove even better, which I believe he will with Ryan Shazier there, and having that one more year of now, we didn't make it into the postseason. Now you have that full year to prepare and maybe get stronger, get your physical, physicality up, and get your mental game up as well. We could see, especially with Minkah Fitzpatrick, because he came on later in the season, Devin Bush's play increased really well because he knew he had that coverage in the back.
You can play a lot more. You have a lot of peace of mind.
Yeah,
so you can
knowing
do a lot
that,
more different stuff.
Yeah, knowing that you have Joe Hayden,
end.
Steven Nelson, Terrell Edmonds, and Minkah Fitzpatrick all behind you, making that kind of blanket behind you that maybe if you were to mess up once or twice, you will be good and you'll be saved. But you can also play more aggressive and more I guess run back and forth instead of staying in your own zone and trying to do what you're meant to do instead of maybe going out of your way to tackle or get a fumble or something like that. So we can see a big improvement next season.
Steelers linebackers.
Yeah. I mean you can't go wrong with Steelers linebackers. So
yeah.
Who we got next?
So that was defense. Max Crosby, Nick Bosa, Devin Bush. Those are mine.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna run through the offensive player of the year real quick. First, Christian McCaffrey. I feel like with these guys, I don't have to speak as much because I feel like you guys know more. So Christian McCaffrey, 1,000 yards, both
did everything. Yeah,
15 rushing touchdowns, 5 yards a carry.
You could give it to
150 total yards a game.
And I don't want a QB winning this. Stop with the QBs.
It's literally a non-QB. It should be a non-QB award. It really should.
Stop giving it to QBs.
The MVP should be a QB award.
I
That's
hate
all the fucking
when I get offensive players for QBs. Yeah. But and I mean I see it here, but everyone could be like, oh well, Derrick Henry, blah blah blah. He had rushing yards, rushing title and stuff like that.
Catch it too, loser.
Yeah. You gotta have the full what's it called?
The whole repertoire.
Repertoire,
repertoire.
Full repertoire. So and Christian McCaffrey had that, especially on that team that he had.
Third rushing, second in rushing touchdowns, second in receptions in the whole league. Second in receptions for the whole league.
Yeah,
the whole league.
And obviously
receivers included.
That's behind Michael Thomas. So, but
especially like you said on that team that was one-dimensional, and that one dimension was named Christian McCaffrey.
That didn't have much to work with. He had Kyle Allen as his QB, and then that line is not the best in the world either. And for him to have 1,000 and also have the rushing TDs and the reception TDs.
Yeah, especially being a focal point of everybody's defensive plan, and you're still having success. Mm-hmm. People don't understand, they're not dumb. They're not all right, let's just play regular. They're let's fucking cut this guy out of the equation. And
let somebody else beat us.
Yeah, they're doing it, and he's still doing it. People, it's fucking insane.
Success, yeah.
It's kind of nuts. But yeah.
You come up against the Panthers, you're not going to be like, let's stop Kyle Allen. That's our main guy.
I really think we need to contain Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, on everybody's board, you're going to have Christian McCaffrey and you're going to circle it when you play them. So, and for him to still produce at a high point in both ways, I totally believe in him being Offensive Player of the Year.
If he does not win this award, I will never hold these awards as any type of achievement ever again. Mm-hmm. I really don't.
Because it would truly be sad if a QB wins this or somebody else wins
this. I just don't understand.
So,
that's fucking insane.
But
anyway, number 2, Michael Thomas.
I mean, really can't speak much about him.
16 games, 100 or 1,700 receiving
I think
yards.
the best stat he has is his Twitter handle. Can't guard Mike.
Oh, fuck yeah. I literally say you can't guard Mike. You just can't.
So,
right.
That should be one of his stats.
First in receptions, first in receiving yards, tied for third in receiving touchdowns, and first in Twitter handles.
Say that stat. That's fucking wild right there.
80.5 catch rate.
If you throw the ball to this guy somewhere in his vicinity of arms and somewhere it'll come down into his hands.
So that includes not only drops, but like targets, like the whole targets.
Mm-hmm.
So even if it's a bad throw,
he'll somehow grab it.
He'll catch it 80% of the time.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny.
And I think it was like halfway through the season, and somebody I seen a stat to where he caught like all of his passes except 2 that was thrown to him, and that was like, to me, I was like, damn, that's insane. Like, and we know he has a Hall of Fame QB with him still, but Drew Brees can still have his bad throws or stuff like that.
Yep.
And for him to just catch everything except 2 passes when I was looking at that time is insane, and to still have at the end of the season to still have an 80% catch rate is nuts. And again, it was, he has a Hall of Fame QB, yes, but you also have the bad throws or contested throws, you know what I mean? Like the ones where you catch it and then come down, somebody hits you, or
the
slaps the ball out of your hands.
Or the fact that you had 2 quarterbacks that you had to interchange with.
Yep.
And a lot of people, I should say, that like look around and they like football and they watch football and shit, and they just don't understand the QB wide receiver connection that is required to operate at this kind of level. You have to think exactly how they think. You have to know what they're doing all the time. You have to understand.
And that's why you
have to understand where they're going to put the ball, in what situations.
And
you have to know when to break off your route.
Yeah,
you got to know your timing. You got to know all that shit. And they did that with 2 different guys.
And hell,
which really shows the preparation and the work ethic that they had.
Breeze was out for the long time. You had Teddy Bridgewater. You had Taysom Hill throwing passes here and there. Mm-hmm. And like that's why you see so many, like the easiest thing in out route. Like that's why you see so many out routes get muffed, because the quarterback and the receiver aren't on that connection to where the receiver can safely know that as soon as he turns his body, ball will be coming, or the QB doesn't know if the receiver wants it as soon as he turns his body or after he turns his body. And it's just like that connection of knowing when you're going to get it, how you're going to get it, and knowing that you will get it at this point. You're safe. You don't have to extra think in your head.
And he would be the team's safety blanket.
Yeah.
In this case, when Bridgewater comes in fresh and breezes out, you go to Mike, because it's easy. You guys know he can fucking catch the ball no matter where it's at. Mm-hmm. You have that to get your rhythm, and like then he's the main reason that they've had the success with the quarterback play, especially, is because of the fact that he is that safety blanket and he is that comfort zone for Bridgewater to come in and continue playing at the level that they did as a team. But yeah, he's my second guy. He's fucking nuts. By the way, best receiver in football, and still underrated as shit. Mm-hmm. If you ask 90% of the people who the best receiver in football is, I guarantee you they will say DeAndre Hopkins or Julio Jones.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or AB. And I'm like, what the fuck?
AB hasn't even fucking been in the league. How you gonna say he's the best?
Right. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. Do you not know who man is New Orleans is?
Can't guard Mike.
He's in New Orleans. Anyway, third, Tennessee Titans running back Derrick Henry. Trunk legs.
Yeah, not much to talk about.
We already kind of talked about it earlier.
Rushing title,
in all aspects,
monster.
Yards per carry, touchdowns, yards per game, yards.
Throw a screen to him fast enough to get around the blocks and run down the field. Give him an outside zone, inside zone. He'll destroy anybody that's out there. Give him a halfback dive. He'll run through the holes. Very smart guy too. Not just in carrying the ball, but also in receiving the ball and making cuts and stuff like that. Very, very balanced guy, and I think if you give him one more year, I think he'll even break out even more next year. Mm-hmm. Especially with the system he has around him with Tannehill now, knowing that the ball can be thrown and not just ran like 60 times a game, and having AJ Brown with him and knowing he can be another receiver that he can work with, take the top off the defense, and then they can forget about the running game. Then you run the ball and then they forget about the passing game, and like it's just how football works. You mix in both, and then the defense doesn't know what to do, don't know if they should cover the running back or the wide receivers. So I think he will have a breakout, even a bigger breakout year next year than this year.
The fact that he is built to punish human beings plays a massive role. Like, I don't even know. He's just so, I don't know. He's Derrick Henry.
He's huge.
My guy's Derrick Henry.
I can't keep saying it, but he's
huge.
By
the way, he's only 25.
Only, yep. He was just a rookie not too long ago.
My guy's 25.
So.
Anyway, that's my offensive player of the years. Chris McCaffrey with the win. Second, Michael Thomas. Third, Derrick Henry. Comeback player of the year. Now, for the rest of these, I guess I can do Let's do defense player here first.
Okay.
I'll do defense player.
Here you go. You can read these.
Let me read my notes.
Yeah.
I didn't really have an order for these, but I think I can make this work. Off the top of the dome, in my opinion,
if anybody disagrees with this, bro, holla at me. I will give you stats. Holla at your boy.
Mr. TJ Watt.
Yes, sir.
With the defensive player of the year.
Yes, sir.
55 total tackles, 14.5 sacks, 8 pass breakups at the line, 2 picks, 14 tackles for loss, 36 QB hits, 8 forced fumbles. 8 forced fumbles. 8 forced fumbles. 8.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Don't do that.
5, 6, 7, 8.
All right. Anyway, he's the winner for me. TJ Watt's absolutely nuts. He's an athlete. He's long. He's strong. He's got the long dong. Anyway, he can go and get the quarterback. He can go play the... Stop looking at me.
Was that a typo or
nah? He can go play the fucking short routes. He can drop back. He can play the run extremely well. And with that length that he has and that wingspan, bro, he can. Oh shit. in the wingspan, he can pretty much get to you wherever you are. He's just a defensive machine, man.
He's just a younger JJ Watt.
It's the Watts, man. Yeah. What can you say? He's been a beast all year. If you watched him, you've seen it. If not, you can read the stats. He's a beast.
Go look at his highlights. That man's an absolute monster.
TJ Watt is a beast.
Drops down in coverage, gets the sacks. Very, very strong.
Fast as shit.
Yeah,
people don't understand how athletic he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm pretty sure he has like a 40 in vertical too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like he's fucking he's
super
crazy.
athletic, super fast, super aggressive, but also at the same time could be very
he's smart about it.
Yeah, passive rush. You know, with the maybe not
a little. I know he's patient. He's
not a bull rush kind of always guy.
He's an intellectual defender.
Mm-hmm. So, and knows when to put his hands up. Knows when to go in for the sack. Knows when to maybe drop back and cover the running backs and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Very smart guy. Very bright future. Very bright future. Especially with the team that he's on, and having that line, he could be. Especially one of the key guys in that defense next year, and if he keeps improving.
Mm-hmm.
So,
number 2 for me.
We gotta wrap this up. We're already at an hour 30.
Fuck. It's alright. You guys are gonna edit it. It's fine.
What are we gonna edit? 30 minutes out?
No. You just edit out like fucking when we ramble. Like take the mobile shit out. You know what I mean? And this part.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Anyway, my number 2 is Shaq Barrett, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mm-hmm. 19 tackles for loss, 19.5 sacks, 37 QB hits, 57 total tackles, 1 pick, 2 pass breakups, 6 forced fumbles. Dude's a beast. You got no help on the defensive line in Tampa Bay. Plus, he plays outside linebacker.
Yeah, and you're always on the field.
Yeah, you're always on the field. Constant interceptions or long touchdowns, and you're playing constantly, man. I mean, that's probably why he got 19.5 sacks, because he had so many opportunities.
Constantly, always on the field playing.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. So
he produced on the time he was on the field. This is what we're trying to say.
Yeah, Shaq Barrett, nice. He came to Tampa Bay. His first year in Tampa Bay. Mm-hmm. Hopefully he can keep up his level of production, because it's been a while since they've had that kind of force. Gerald McCoy kind of like wishy-washy, but bringing in this guy, hopefully he's found a home and he can find a rhythm and continue to produce for years to come. And Tampa Bay can finally have a defender they can put some kind of faith in, because Levante David ain't getting it done no more. Sorry.
And you're gonna need a defense especially if you stay with that QB.
So. Yeah, so we'll see how that turns out. We'll cover that eventually.
8 through 30 picks.
Third is Mr.
Bobby
Tre'Davious White.
Oh,
I threw you off, bro.
Oh,
Tre'Davious White.
Oh shit.
I am not as high up on Stephon Gilmore as everybody else is, because he plays for the Pats and that's why he gets all the shit. Tre'Davious White, 58 combined tackles, 4 tackles for loss, a sack, 2 forced fumbles, 6 interceptions, 17 pass breakups. And on 91 targets, has a completion percentage of 49.5.
Yeah.
49.5% of passes that are thrown at him are completed.
Less than half.
Yeah.
Insane.
In the league that we're playing in. So
and that's in zone and in man. So like it's not sometimes if he's in the area he will be accounted for it. Even if he wasn't in man coverage.
Yeah.
So if the ball was thrown in his zone and he was like off a little bit, it still will go towards that stat. Mm-hmm. So that's why that stat's pretty insane.
Yep. Tre'Davious White, he's a beast. He's a very physical corner. He's fast. He's athletic. He gets in there. He's aggressive. Very to the ball, to the point. He can hit you. He can catch it. He's a beast, and that's why he's my third. But yeah, so T.J. Watt, Shaq Barrett, Tre'Davious White, and the rest of these we'll just fucking run through.
Coach
of the
Mike
year,
Vrabel,
Mr. Shanahan is my pick. 49ers. I just think that he did a lot more with a lot sooner.
But I think he had that talent. I mean, But when you have talent,
talent needs to be meshed.
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns.
We can just make a Cleveland Brown episode.
Yeah, let's do that. That'd be fun. We'll have Mason.
That's if he comes. Oh, loser.
Fucking fact.
But yeah, anyway, I think it's Mike Vrabel.
Let us know. Whatever you guys think.
Yeah.
Just don't say John Harbaugh because you're ignorant. Don't say that.
Fuck
That's
off.
stupid as fuck. Don't say John Harbaugh. Executive of the year, John Lynch. Also Niners. John Lynch.
Interesting.
Considering what he had and how quickly he built what they have now, what was it 2 years ago that they had like a 3-win year or whatever the fuck it was? When they had Nick Mullins playing quarterback?
Yep.
Bruh, like, come on.
Yeah.
Saying John Lynch, he created that whole defense from scratch. Like when you had the Pat Willis and the Ahmad Brooks and the Bowman out and you lost your Whitner and all the safeties and there was a blank space for 4 years in that Niners team and Lynch came in and rebuilt it from scratch. He went out and got Sherman and he got these safeties and these corners and they gave him an opportunity and they got this linebacker that's a beast and he built this defensive line masterpiece. Mm-hmm. I just think John Lynch should win it. That's me.
I don't know much about the executive, so we'll just go with that.
All right. So, comeback player of the year, Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
Just from dealing with all the injuries and the shit that he had and
coming
in and knowing that you're going to back up Mariota, who's their guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Being patient, finding your
You
opportunity.
went to that team knowing that you're not going to play. You went to that team knowing that you're going to get out of what the Dolphins had and maybe could be in a different system. You were older than Mariota, so you didn't think you were going to be that guy until fucking Mike Vrabel put his dick down and said, Mariota, you're sitting on the bench.
Hey.
And it was like, hey, you're sitting on the bench and Tannehill's starting. That's when,
absolutely
everything shifted.
Plus the whole mentally strong is how I would describe that man. After coming off injury after injury and injury.
Not even injury, just being on the Dolphins team and what you've been going through every single year.
Shit shows fucking, yeah. But yeah, like the ACLs and being called duct tape knee and all that shit, and you coming to Tennessee knowing that you'd be back up, finding your opportunity, coming in confidently, performing well, and you just knocked off Brady and the Pats in Gillette.
Yep.
Comeback player of the year. Mm-hmm. No argument. No one else can win that, in my opinion. Anyway, that's our NFL awards. That's all we're going to run through.
That is going to be it.
Yeah, so
we had a long one. We're at an hour 40.
We're at an hour 40. We'll probably edit it down.
Yeah, we'll cut some of the things out.
Cut out these last 10 minutes or something.
But no, we'll see what we can do. Again, thank you guys for watching. This has been.
Leave us your picks too. Tweet at us because I want to know what everyone I want to know what the masses think about this shit, and if you even hold the NFL awards in any kind of esteem. Because we forgot MVP.
Oh shit.
Well,
yeah.
Oh, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
that's who it is. I forgot.
Literally, shit. I mean, there's not even a discussion.
I forgot.
Even if we get you stats that for somebody else, it's gonna go to Lamar.
How many turds he got in Walmart though?
30.
30 drop turds in Walmart. Anyway,
but yeah, I mean, we didn't even have to talk about that. We all know who's Lamar Jackson. We're not hating on. We sound like we hate on him, but he's deserving of MVP.
Lamar Jackson is really cool, honestly. He's probably got one of the dopest attitudes in the game.
Yeah, very respectful to teammates, coaches, and stuff like that. So he's gonna win MVP, no matter what we think of any other stats for any other player. I think he deserves it anyway. So, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. It's been a blast. We've been doing this podcast for about a year now.
Yeah.
So
we've been doing it since 2019.
Mm-hmm. So
thank you guys for holding our hand on this journey.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. And
okay.
That shit probably clammy. It's been
it's pretty clammy.
Alright.
But yeah. We'll see you guys later.
This has been episode 2 of Through the Whistle, and we appreciate you guys. We're gonna be working on getting a little intro thing.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll work on an intro.
We'll work on that. We'll work on a whole bunch of other shit. We're working on trying to make this look less kidnappy.
I think we look fine.
Yo, comment and roast our setup and be like, yo, what the fuck this is?
No. Fuck, nah.
Yeah, bully us.
Nah.
Do it.
Because we're making this seem so much better than it is, because if we had a camera that way...
You want to show them?
No.
Why not?
No. We'll show you guys third episode.
Alright, bet.
So you got something to look for.
Hell yeah.
So come back
now
for
you have
third
to watch
episode.
3, and we're going to put it at the end, too, so you fucking have to watch
so
it.
fucking watch the whole thing, dummy.
Yeah, fucking loser.
Dumbass. Alright. It's been your boy...
You're Ziad. God, this kid.
This kid. Alright. Z.
Sean.
It's been Through the Whistle. And we'll see you guys later. Bye.